Greetings, YouTube. Earlier this week, I saw the gentleman's video dealing with lethality and character death. And as a GM, I thought I'd speak about this subject. Now, I really try not to kill characters anymore. Back in the days, early days, like the first edition, we killed characters all the bloody time. But character death was fairly meaningless. We just raised the person and they'd keep going. We played fast and loose with the rules, and it really wasn't much of an issue. And as I took games more seriously, I realized the amount of investment most people had in their characters. So I tried to cut back on character death. If it made sense, for a character to die, then it might allow it. I remember I allowed a character to die because Death himself came to take him, and the other party members allowed it to happen because it was appropriate for the scene. But for the most part, unless a character does something stupid, I won't kill them. But I'm very much of the school of thought is I will pay out the rope and I will let you hang yourself. If you do something really dumb or do many dumb things repeatedly, I will kill your character. I have killed a character inadvertently. I remember the last time it happened, we were in a very dynamic battle in someone's home. It was inside their house. They'd been attacked by a pack of ghouls. And I just didn't pay attention. So many things were going on at once. I didn't realize that one of the player characters had such low hit points, wasn't tracking them fast enough on my own, and his character died. I felt bad, but they were able to raise the character from the dead and have that roll into the campaign effectively. So that worked out for everybody's benefit. Now, I think he actually may have used that death as part of a storyline at a later date, but I'm not sure. But I have had people just do dumb things. I had one character, a player, who he would repeatedly just do stupid activities. For example, there was a scene where one of the characters in the game, one of the players in the game, had a thing for... His character had a thing for... Her character, rather, had a thing for giant eagles. They were big in the campaign, of elven theme. Lots of elves rode them, the elite cavalry kind of thing. And she wanted her character to eventually become an eagle rider. Cool. Not a problem. We can work towards that. And so to kind of play off that, one time I had them camping at night, and they didn't realize it, but they were camping underneath an eyrie. There was an eyrie above them on a cliff. And the scene was just supposed to be these giant eagles take off from the eyrie at night with their riders on their backs, and it was just supposed to be the giant eagles against the moonlight or something like that. It was a teaser. It was a bone to throw to the character to keep the player, seeking that path. That's it. It was fluff. It was color. It had nothing to do with the storyline or the adventure they were on whatsoever. So initially, they just heard sounds above them. So this player just says, "I fire my bow into the sky." I said, "What?" He said, "I fire my bow towards the sound." I said, "Okay." So I had him roll, and he rolled like a 20. So he hit one of the eagles, which is not enough to kill an eagle, but it is enough to get the entire elven squadron to land in their camp, confront them, and thankfully he didn't die at that point, but they did curse him. And that would have been bad later on in the campaign when they encountered the next group of elves, but when he got back to town, along the way, he had an opportunity to get out of the way of a ghost army that was haunting an area. All the other player characters got out of the way of the ghost army. He refused to get out of the way of the ghost army, particularly standing there, saying, "I'm going to stand there and let the ghost army run through me." Lost a point of charisma and got a white streak in his hair through fright. When he finally got to town, this is 2 dumb things he's done so far. He goes to the tea house where the leader of the crime organization in the city lives. And the tea house is this guy's organization. This is where his headquarters is. Goes in, has tea, refuses to join the organization. Okay? 3rd dumb thing. Okay, you're in the guy's house, you insult him, don't join his organization. He goes back a 2nd time, and this time he lucks out and picks up a hot woman who was an assassin and killed him while they were having sex. He was dumb. I had a player character that decided that she was going to inject her character with a mutagen while walking downstairs. Had a bad reaction, fell off the stairs, died. I warned the character that this wasn't a smart thing to do. She didn't have anyone here to monitor her medical condition. Doing so walking downstairs probably wasn't the best course of action. Did it anyway. Died. So I will kill people if they do dumb things. But if you don't do dumb things, I'm not going to. I'm a fairly gracious guy. I will try to do what I can. I will maim people. I will curse them. I will do things like this to drive the story forward, but I try not to kill. But I will. And if my character dies, well, that's just the way it is. I accept that. I see character death as part of the risk you play in a game where characters have hit points and things like that. And while I may oppose someone else controlling my character through spells or lycanthropy or vampirism or returning into a ghoul, I accept the fact that sometimes people die.